And now my Better Business thought of the week. Recession, recession. We keep hearing it all over the place. What does it mean and why does it matter? First of all, by all measures, the economy, the U.S. economy is strong and it's still growing. That is a positive. In fact, we are in the 10th straight year of economic expansion. That is the longest in U.S. history. But history is the important thing here. The economy doesn't just go like this. It goes in waves. Waves are normal. So let's think about where we are at this moment. Unemployment, it's very low. Wages are finally ticking up, and look at the stock market, near record highs. One person might say, look at these numbers. Why are you even thinking about a recession? Well, you got to think about it because you've got to be prepared. It might rain outside, even though it's sunny today. Don't you want to have an umbrella in the car? So let's talk about what recessions are. They're a healthy part of our economy. Billionaire businessman Ken Langone, I think, put it best. He said recessions, they're like diets. You need one every once in a while. But a lot like diets, they're not at all fun. So you've got to pay attention. And there are real indicators right now that a recession could be on the horizon. More than 70% of economists have predicted a recession will hit sometime in the next 2 years. Nobody's rooting for one. But if they're part of normal life, don't you think you should be prepared for part of that normal life? So let's do that. What are you going to do? Number one, pay down your debts or boost your emergency savings. It is important that you have the most amount of cash on hand to be prepared if your situation changes. And how about saving? You should aim to have enough money to cover 6 months of expenses in case of a rainy day. How about number two? Start budgeting now. Nobody likes a budget, but here's the thing. When you have one, when you have framework in order, it makes your life a whole lot easier. So anything that you don't use every day or every week, evaluate it. I know you want to go on vacation. Who doesn't? But if you take a close look at your personal finances and say, do I need to go on vacation next week, next month? It might be a better idea to do it next year. Now we got to talk about your job. Secure that job. Tomorrow, when you walk into work, go the extra mile. Put yourself in the best position possible if layoffs or reorganization happens. You'll always want to be acquiring new skills. Take the initiative to solve problems, even when it's not your responsibility. All of these things might seem like common sense, but the thing about common sense, it's easy to forget. Just ask your mother. And the thing is, if you actually apply these simple steps, when the weather changes and that economic storm comes, you're going to have that umbrella. You're going to have that raincoat. That does it for this week's Better Business. I hope you got a little better and smarter. I know I did. And for more, check out all our content at nbcnews.com/better.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.